We're gonna open and shut them, open and shut them. Give your hands a clap. Open and shut them, open and shut them. Put them in your lap. Boom, boom, boom. Creep them, creep them, creep them, creep them. Right up to your chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. Well, hello, my Facebook and YouTube friends. I'm excited, as you can see. I am Miss A-N-N-I-E, the Kinderklown. And as you can see, I am just getting in from a performance on today. And I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Linda Harvey, of the Park Heights Family Child Care Center and Nursery. I'm just so thankful for them. They have been customers of mine several different times, and we give them a hand. Well, this is a special story that I would like to share with you guys today about a very special farm animal. And because it is the spring season, I thought nothing better than to share with you guys the story of the Little Red Hen. And the Little Red Hen, she loved her friends. Oh my goodness. She has the cow, the duck, and the dog. But we're going to let them take a little rest today. We do have puppet shows that we do with the stage and the production and all of that. But it's just me and my little hen today. Isn't she cute? Yeah, she is. Well, one day the Little Red Hen, as she was out and about in the garden, in the farm, on the farm, she looked down as she was plucking, plucking, and she saw seeds. And so she said, I wonder what these seeds are. And so she went to the cow and asked him. He says, I don't know. He was a little grouchy that day. So she held her head down. She was just a little sad. She could not understand why her friends were not so friendly, why he wasn't so friendly. And so he said, well, why don't you go and ask Mr. Levi, the farmer? And so she did. She went and she knocked on his door. Mr. Levi, oh, hello, Mr. Levi. Can you please tell me what these seeds are? And Mr. Levi thought to himself, there's really no way for me to tell until you plant the seeds in the ground, and then you will surely find out what those seeds are. But you have to water those seeds. So the first thing you do is you plant, you water, and then you wait for those seeds to grow. And that's what happens in the life of a Christian believer, Little Red Hen. Yeah. We plant the seed, which is the Word of God, to share Jesus Christ with them, his death, his burial, his resurrection, that he got up with all power in his hand. And when other people find out from other people that believe, they say to themselves, hey, I've heard that before. But only God can make things grow. He gives increase and understanding when you begin to grow. So the seeds were planted in the ground, and she didn't know what they were. And so she decided, wow, I guess I do have to wait and see. The thing that made her sad was she had to plant them all by herself. She did go to the cow and say, Mr. Cow, would you please help me plant the seeds? No, I'm too busy. I'm sleepy. I'm getting ready to take a nap. So the little red hen said, well, I will have to plant it myself. And so she did. You can't give up when other people tell you they don't see your vision. You got to do it yourself. If other people don't see things the way you see it, in your own creative way, you've got to do it yourself. So she went to Mr. Dog. Mr. Dog, would you help me plant my seed? No, I'm licking my bone. No, I don't want to plant any seeds. You go ahead and let me know how you made out. Okay? So she said, well, then I will plant it what? Myself. She finally had one last friend. She said, Mr. Duck, would you help me plant the seed? Quack, 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 quack. No, I'm getting ready to jump into the pond. It's a beautiful day outside today, and I'm going to have fun right away. And so she said, well, I'll do it myself. And so she did. She planted the seed. She watered the seed. But God gave it the sunshine it needed. And rain too. And as the seed began to grow and come up, wow, it's wheat. I can make bread. And so she said, that's a lot of wheat to cut. I'm going to need me some help. I guess I'll just have to go and ask my friends. She loved her friends. Mr. Cow, she said, would you help me cut the wheat? No, I'm busy. I can't. I'm sorry. She said that I will have to do it myself. And guess what? She did. She didn't give up. So she thought, let me go and ask Mr. Dog. Mr. Dog, will you help me cut this wheat? No. I'm licking my bone. I don't want to help. She said, very well, then I will do it myself. And so she did. She didn't give up. Yes. So finally she said, I've got one more person that I can ask, and maybe he'll help me. Mr. Duck, quack, quack, he says, what is it, Little Red Hen? Will you help me cut the wheat? It's as tall as you can see. Now I'm getting ready to jump into the pool. Let me know how you made out. No, not right now. It's a beautiful day out. I want to take advantage of relaxing and enjoying myself. Very well, she said. Then I will do it myself. And so she did. She cut the wheat. Oh, it took her all day, and she was so tired until finally she said, I can rest on my feet. So she took a little bit of a nap. And then she heard a knock on the door. Little Red Hen. Yes. Come on in, she said. He says, the farmer Levi says, your wheat is so tall. Look at what you have. Oh, there's so much wheat. Are you going to take that wheat that's in that wheelbarrow and let me grind it up for you? Bring it on by my farm, the windmill, and I will go ahead and chop it all up for you and grind it into flour. That way you can make bread to eat. And so she said, okay, I'm going to be on my way. Just give me a few minutes. Let me check on my chickens. And so she got to the farmer's mill and she pushed that wheelbarrow. Oh, it was so heavy. So she said on the way, Mr. Cow, Mr. Duck, Mr. Dog, will you help me to sift this wheat? There's so much of it. It's so tall. And I need help. And each one of them said, no, I'm busy. I'm getting ready to take me a nap, said Mr. Cow. Oh, Mr. Duck decided he was going to go and take another dip into the pool. And she was so discouraged because none of her friends decided to help her. She said, well, I guess I'll do it myself. And so she did. She didn't give up. She had faith. And so she got all of the wheat grinded up. And it started looking like flour. Oh my goodness, she was amazed. She said, wow, look at that. And so the farmer said, let me know when you bake the bread because I'll be over it. I'll be sitting right under the table. That's going to be some good eating. Yes, that's going to be some good eating. So she got home, back on the farm where she lived, and she asked her friends, Mr. Cow, Mr. Dog, and Mr. Duck, will you help me bake the bread? No, all of them said, we don't have time for that, Little Red Hen. You do it. And so each one of them turned her down. So she said, well, I guess I'll just have to do it myself. And so she did. She said, there's something awesome going to happen. I just don't know what God is going to do, but I feel something very special will happen when I don't give up. So the next thing you know, she started getting in the kitchen and baking her bread, getting her ingredients together, and she let the bread rise, and she set it on the side, and she said, oh my goodness, let me get the oven ready. And so she put the bread inside of the oven, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, and she sat down, and she just kind of relaxed a little, you know. Next thing you know, you started smelling the aroma of this delicious, scrumptious bread. And she could hear a knock on the door. Who is it? Who is it? It's me, the cow. She said, what do you want? What do you want? He said, I smell the bread. He said, can I come in? She said, no. You didn't help me to plant the seed. You didn't help me to water the seed. You didn't help me to cut the wheat. And you didn't help me to grind the wheat. So guess what you're not going to do? You, the dog, and the duck are not going to help me eat this bread. I'm upset with you. She was so angry. She lost her temper and she slammed the door in his face. And next thing you know, she took all of this bread out of the oven. She said, I've got all of this bread and I'm going to eat it by myself. I can't eat all of this bread. I've got a wheelbarrow full of flour and I just can't eat it by myself. So she had a change of heart. And she said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and get my friends. And so she went to her friends. Mr. Cow, will you help me eat the bread? Yes, Little Red Hen, I'll go and get the butter. I'll go and get the butter because that bread is going to be good. She said, okay, meet me at the house in 10 minutes. She knocked on Mr. Dog's door. Mr. Dog, Mr. Dog. Yes, Little Red Hen, would you help me eat this bread? Yes, yes indeed, honey. I'm going to get the jelly. I'm going to get the jelly. Yes, I'm going to get the jelly, he said. And so she said, okay, meet me at my house in 10 minutes. So she went next door to the duck's house. Mr. Duck, Mr. Duck. Yes, Little Red Hen, my friend. She was their friend now. She said, would you help me eat the bread? Yes, yes, I'm going to make the Kool-Aid. I'll make the Kool-Aid and we'll have a big smile. And so she got everybody together when they met her at her house, and she said, before we eat our Easter dinner, I want to say to you, my friends, that I forgive you, just as Christ forgave all of us. Jesus came not to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Only through Jesus can people be saved. And you know what, guys? You didn't help me plant the seed. You didn't help me water the seed. You didn't help me cut the wheat. And you didn't help me take the wheat to the windmill. But I'm going to forgive you, and we're going to be friends. But the next time that I say I need help, guys, I really, really mean it. Can I count on you to be my friends and help? And they all said, yes, said the cow. Oh, yes, said the dog. Quack, 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 quack. Yes, said the duck. We'll be your friend, and we apologize. And she said, okay, my friends, I love you, and I thank God for you. And remember the story of Jesus. He forgives us from our sins. And boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen, this is the message for you. Always forgive. Forgiveness is not the easiest thing. Say goodbye to the Little Red Hen. Bye, Little Red Hen. Good job. Give her a hand. Forgiveness takes sacrifice, and that is exactly what Christ did for us. He sacrificed his life. He paid a debt he did not owe. I owe a debt I could never pay. I needed someone to wash my sins away. And now I sing a brand new song, Amazing Grace. For Jesus paid the price that I could never pay. He paid a debt that he did not owe. I owe a debt that I could not pay. I needed someone to wash my sins away. Oh, and now I can sing a brand new song, Amazing Grace. Oh, Jesus paid a debt that I could never pay. The end. We give God all of the glory and all of the praise because Jesus said that we were his friends. And I bid you a good day. Subscribe to Annie, the Kinderklown channel, and look for more story time with me, Miss Annie. God bless you. Happy Easter. Bye-bye.